What happened this week in WWE in 5 minutes or less? First, let's start with Raw. We started off with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. And Seth said he's the future of the business. But then he got interrupted by Sami Zayn. And he wasn't buying into what Seth was saying. But Seth didn't want to hurt him, so he gave him a chance to get traded to SmackDown before shit got messy on Raw. And Paul said if he goes to SmackDown, he'll face the winner of John Cena and Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. That decision would come later in the night. Then it was Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez. But the match ended after Julia attacked Rhea, but she got saved by Io Sky. Then Logan Paul came out and he called out, "It's just me, okay." Jey Uso said if he wants a championship match, he can get it. Then Logan tried getting smart with Jey, but it didn't end well for him. But backstage, Logan got his get back. Then with the help of Penta, the War Raiders beat the Judgment Day. Then Becky Lynch came out, and she said she was the one that took out Bayley before WrestleMania, and she took out Lyra because she was friends with Bayley. But Lyra came out and she was ready to fight, but Becky wasn't interested. So Lyra gave her a match at Backlash for the Intercontinental Championship. Then Stephanie Von Care beat Ivy Nile. Then Pat McAfee talked his shit about Gunther. Then he told Nick Aldis he wanted to fight Gunther, and Nick told Pat they can fight at Backlash. R.I.P. Pat. Then Seth Rollins came back out and he wanted Sami's answer, but Sami told Seth to go to hell. Then Braun Breaker came out and him and Sami had a match. But the match ended after Braun kept spearing that absolute dog shit out of Sami. It got to the point where Seth had to stop him, but he ended up stomping Sami's face into the ground and end the show. Now while we're on NXT, we started off with
I believe in Joe Hendry.
He wanted to fight Trick Williams after he attacked him at TNA Rebellion. But instead, Dark State came out and they beat the dog shit out of Joe. Then Ricky Saints retained his North American Championship against Lexis King. Then Tony D'Angelo called out Shannon Stacks to pay for his sins. But Stacks didn't feel like coming out, and he said he was tired of taking orders from Tony. Then Stacks had some bodyguards try to attack Tony, but it didn't work out for them. Then backstage, Metaphor realized they'll be better off working alone, so they broke up and went their separate ways. Then Sol Ruka beat Carmen Petrovic, but after the match, Ashante Adonis tried talking to Carmen, but she ended up dropping him. Then Trick Williams came out and talked this shit about Joe Hendry, and he said he's coming for Oba Femi's championship. But Ava Raine came out and she said if he wants a championship match, he needs to win a battle royal next week. Then Hank and Tank retained their NXT Tag Team Championships against Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. Then it was the start of a new semester at Chase University. Any questions?
Your question!
Then in the main event, Io Sky and Jordan Grace beat Roxanne Perez and Julia. Then Stephanie Von Care wanted to know who her next opponent would be, so Ava told her it will either be Julia or Jordan Grace, and they'll have a match next week to determine that. Finally on SmackDown, we started off with the megastar L.A. Knight.
Yeah!
And he was mad that Damian Priest costed him his match last week. Then Damian came out, and them two went back and forth on the mic till eventually they were ready to have a match. But that match ended early after Solo Sikoa attacked both men. But that didn't end well for him because Solo was about to get put through a table till he got saved by Jacob Fatu. But then later that night, Nick Aldis decided that Jacob Fatu would defend his US Championship in a fatal four-way match at Backlash against Knight, Priest, and Drew McIntyre. Then Fraction beat Pretty Deadly. Then my glorious queen, Nia Jax, came out, and she said she's coming for the WWE Women's Championship. But then she got interrupted by that fucking snake, and she said she would defend her title anytime or place. But then they got interrupted by Naomi, and she wanted a championship match as well. Then Jade Cargill came out and she chose violence. Then everybody got to fight. So Nick Aldis made a tag match between the four women. And now what happened in the main event? Then Aleister Black beat The Miz. Zelina Vega beat Piper Nevins. Then it was time for
I have voices in my head.
And Randy said John Cena is the latest legend he's about to put down. But R-Truth don't believe that. And what I'm about to say is so off topic, but I can't be the only one seeing this match happening. That shit would go hard. Then Rey Fenix beat Santo Escobar. Then in the main event, unfortunately, Nia Jax and Naomi lost to Jade Cargill and that snake Tiffany Stratton. Now here's some things to look forward to next week. First on Raw, Rusev will return to action next week in a match against Otis. And Penta will fight JD McDonough. Now on NXT, we'll have a 25-man battle royal. And the winner will be the next #1 contender for the NXT Championship. Then after Kalani Jordan talked her shit to Sol Ruka, Zarya stepped up and now she'll have a match against Kalani next week. Then it'll be Dark Steak versus Hank and Tank and
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Then Jordan Grace will fight Julia, and the winner will be the next #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. Finally on SmackDown, John Cena will return. Then the BBL will fight Damian Priest and the megastar L.A. Knight.
Yeah!
Then my glorious queen Nia Jax will fight Jade Cargill. And after Nia wins, she'll be the next #1 contender for the Women's Championship. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit a moonsault on that subscribe button. And I'll see y'all in the next video.